Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at YOLO. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.yolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hi everyone, I hope you are excited for our new English class today. My name is Neeva ma'am and I'm going to be your English teacher today. So, how is everybody doing? Let me know in the chat box. Did something new happen this week? Did you enjoy your online classes at school this week? What's going on? I want to know in the chat box. Okay, so today in class, we are going to be listening to a brand new story. And this story is from the Aesop's Fable, right? So here you can see it on my screen. It is from Aesop and his fables. All right. So who was Aesop? Does anybody know? Any idea? No? You must have read some of his short stories. He's a very popular Greek writer. Okay. And as you can see, he's holding fables and a bunch of grapes in his hand. And there is a fox behind him. That is simply to demonstrate one of his stories' characters. His outfit, if you can see, is from ancient Greece because that's when he existed many, many years ago. All right. So Aesop was an ancient Greek storyteller who lived around 550 BCE. He was also a slave. He lived in ancient Rome in the home of a wealthy Roman family. So let me quickly introduce you to Aesop. Here I've made a puppet for you. Okay, so you can say hi to Aesop. Hello kids, my name is Aesop and I am so excited to tell you a brand new story today. I lived in ancient Greece and I was a storyteller. But did you know that I was also a slave? Who is a slave? A slave is a person who is controlled by another person. We are not free to do anything we like. I was a slave in the house of a wealthy Roman family. Well, legend says Aesop's Roman master was so delighted with Aesop's fables that he granted Aesop his freedom. Can you imagine that? My master, what a sweet, sweet man. He truly enjoyed all of my stories, and that allowed for me to gain my freedom. I was finally free to do whatever I wanted, to be whoever I wanted. I was not trapped and I was not enslaved anymore. There are no records to prove that Aesop ever wrote anything down. Fortunately, after his death, people did write down every fable they could remember. Over the centuries, Aesop's fables have been rewritten and illustrated and translated into nearly every language in the world. Well, you see, I only told the fables. I never wrote them down. So none of you could actually keep a track of it. But the people who heard my stories, they noted them down and it stayed with them forever and ever. As you can see, even today, so many kids are making use of my stories. So many of you are familiar with my story. Of course, you have heard of my stories because I use animals in them. My characters are friendly and they are all just like us, human beings. Today, we still enjoy these wonderful stories created over 2,500 years ago. Each is a very short story and each has a moral. As you can see, I ensured that the stories were small so that all you small children could enjoy them. I did not want you to feel bored. I wanted you to learn something new from each and every story. Now, kids, if you paid attention to my story, it's time for a quiz. So that was the first half of our story today with Aesop and learning so much more about him. I'm also going to tell you one of Aesop's fables, but before that, let's go on to a quiz. I'm dropping the link in the chat. You can click on it and click on Start Game. And then you will have three options for each question. Choose the option that makes the most sense and then come back so that we can discuss the answers together. All right? Good luck, everybody. Yes. So if you have completed 4 classes with us, we will be giving you a certificate at the end of 4 classes. All right? So ensure that you do it. And don't forget that at the end of the class, I will be giving you your assignments so that you can submit them. Okay. And that way I will be able to check them. You have only 2 days to make your submissions. Okay. So don't forget to submit the assignments on time. Yes, I will be checking them myself. All right. And you saw the submission video in the beginning of the class, correct? So that will guide you and help you through the submission process. Okay, so I'm giving you 30 seconds more so that all of us are done with the quiz and then we finally move on to discussing the answers. Okay. Amazing. I can see that most of you are getting full marks in the quiz and I love that. So good. Once you are done with the quiz, just drop a thumbs up in the chat so that I know that you are done. Let me know, was it easy? Was it difficult? And how much time did you finish the quiz in? Let me know what was your score. Did you get 5? Did you get 4? And don't worry, we will be discussing the answers together now. Who was Aesop? Was he a Greek storyteller, a Greek god, or a shepherd? You can tell me your answers in the chat as well. Which one was it? Is it option A, B, or C? Very good. You are all correct. He was a Greek storyteller. Aesop lived in the home of a slave, a wealthy Roman family, or a carpenter. So would it be A, B, or C? Which option would it be? You can let me know in the chat and I will choose that option. Exactly, a wealthy Roman family. If you heard this story correctly, then you would know this answer. Okay. Who granted Aesop his freedom? His wife, his master, or his friend? So Aesop was a slave and he lived in a wealthy Roman family. So of course, he was ruled and controlled by his master, and only his master could give him the freedom. Hence, it was Aesop's master who gave him the freedom. What a wonderful surprise! Identify the punctuation mark. Okay, kids, I'm sure you have done punctuation marks in school. You have full stop, you have question mark, you have commas, apostrophe, and you have exclamation mark. So you have to tell me what is the name of this mark. Is it a full stop? Mm-mm. This is a full stop right here. Is it a question mark? Well, a question mark looks quite different from this one. So it has to be option B, exclamation mark, right? Because I'm trying to exclaim an emotion and I'm saying, what a wonderful surprise! Exclamation mark. And hence, while I'm exclaiming it, I would use an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. Aesop's fables were popular. Identify the punctuation mark. Is it apostrophe, question mark, or exclamation mark? So I think some of you got a little confused here, but that's totally fine. I'll clarify the topic for you. Okay. So I'm asking you for this punctuation mark. All right. I want you to tell me the name for this one. Okay. And not the full stop or anything else. So in the options also, I've given you apostrophe, question mark, or exclamation mark. So we know exclamation mark is done in the previous question, and we don't see it here on this question. So that is not the answer. Then there's question mark. A question mark, we know always it is used when we want to ask a question. That is also not happening here. So definitely it has to be an apostrophe because we're using it to show possession. The fables belong to whom? They belong to Aesop. So they were Aesop's fables. Were they my fables? No. Were they your fables? No. But they were Aesop's fables. Hence, the name of the punctuation mark is apostrophe and it shows possession, that it belongs to Aesop. They are Aesop's fables. Amazing, everyone. So we scored a 5 on 5 in this quiz. I am so proud of each and every one of you. You are so talented. Let's move on to listening to an Aesop's fable now. The name of this tale is The Fox. Hi, my name is Fox. And the Goat. Hi, my name is Goat. So today we are going to study what happens between these two animals and what is the moral that Aesop is trying to teach us today. Okay. One day, a fox fell down into a well. So I'm going to show you what is a well. A well is simply it's like a hole which is dug in the ground, okay, and water is stored in it, and you dig so deep that natural water starts coming out of the well. So this, I'm using this board to show you a well, okay, and the poor little fox is trapped inside the well. As you can see, he's right here and he's trapped inside. He tried to climb out, but the well was too deep. Help! Help! Somebody help me! A goat wandered by. Meh, meh. He peered down curiously. What are you doing in a well? Asked the goat. Now, the fox was an extremely clever animal. He knew what he could do and how he could lure the goat into helping him out. I'm warning you, goat, snarled the fox. This is my water. Go away, you silly, silly goat. Well, the goat totally fell for the prank of the fox. The fox was just messing with him, but the goat believed him, and he believed his lies and decided that the water was not going to stay with the fox. He also wanted some of the water. So he said, "You can't keep all the water for yourself." The goat snorted. The goat also jumped into the well along with the fox. So now both the fox as well as the goat are in the well. As you can see right here, both of them are inside. The fox jumped on the goat's back and leaped out of the well. He ran off without a care for the goat, who was stuck in the well. Meh, meh, help, help, I'm stuck in the well. This evil fox has left me and gone away. Help! So, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is don't always believe what you hear from someone in trouble because they are just saying it to save themselves. Their intentions might not always be pure. So, always listen to someone who has something that you are looking for or gives you advice and is not in trouble, is absolutely fine, safe, and happy wherever they are. Okay, now let's move on to our quiz. I'm dropping a link in the chat. You can click on it and then click on start game. And once you are done, you can come back so that we can discuss the answers together. All right. Good luck, everybody. Yes, the link is in the chat box. You just have to click on it and then click on start. Okay. You will have a series of multiple choice questions. You just need to choose the correct choice. Okay. And once you are done, let me know in the chat box. Give me a thumbs up if you are done. Let me know, was it easy? Was it difficult? How did you find it? Let me know the answers. Also, we will be discussing them, just waiting for everyone to finish so that we can discuss the answers together. All right. Wasn't this a fun story? Imagine reading Aesop's Fables because all the stories are so short and they have a beautiful moral at the end. You know, you can also improve your vocabulary by simply using the by simply reading the stories. Okay, and they will help you a lot in becoming better in grammar, and also they will help you a lot in the future in your school, in your English curriculum, and in your writing skills as well. Okay, so I would definitely recommend you to buy a book of Aesop's Fables, easily available anywhere in the market. You can tell mommy or daddy, okay, and they will have such cute short stories that you will definitely enjoy reading. Okay, now we'll go on to the quiz. The stories were created 2,500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, or 500 years ago. The stories were created 2,500 years ago. Okay. A fox fell into a well, hole, or trap. So remember, I showed you in the story that the fox fell into a well. Exactly. So everyone is saying option A, but I want to explain to you what is the well. Have a look. Here you can see that it is a stone figure which is being created, and inside you have water supply. All right. So you can store the water there for how much ever time you want and use it whenever need. Who was wandering nearby? So the fox was trapped in the well, correct? And there was somebody who was wandering nearby. Who was that? Was it a goat? Was it a cow? Or was it an ant? Of course, it was a goat that went right? Have you ever seen a goat before? Anyone here? Have you? Great. What are you doing in the well? Identify the punctuation mark. So remember in the previous quiz also, I told you what a punctuation mark was. And it's coming back once again. Is it a question mark, an apostrophe, or a full stop? So this is the punctuation mark I'm asking you about. It's definitely not an apostrophe. So not the B option. Is it a full stop? No, this is a full stop. I'm asking about this punctuation mark. As you can see in the picture, it is definitely a question mark. And the statement is also a question. What are you doing in the well? And then you would put a question mark. I would like some water. Punctuation mark 2. Exclamation mark. Identify the punctuation mark. So here I made it a little fun for you. Okay. I gave you an exclamation mark as well as a comma. So I wanted you to guess what is this punctuation mark. I also gave you the picture of it so that you would be able to guess it. So we're not talking about exclamation mark here. We're not talking about question mark either. We're talking about a comma. Okay. I would like some water, comma, 2, exclamation mark. All right. So that was the whole purpose of this exercise, to introduce you to punctuation marks so that even when you are talking and pronouncing and using them to express yourself in sentences, you pronounce them properly and you are able to apply them. Okay, full stops, question marks, exclamation mark, comma, apostrophe. Okay, I'll be getting into this in the further classes as well. So don't worry, this is not the end. All right, and now you can say bye to our main characters. You have the goat. Hi, my name is Aesop. You have Aesop, who wrote this beautiful story for us. And you have this cute little fox who is extremely smart and not very cute. All right, awesome. So now we'll move on to our assignment for the week. So this is your assignment for the week. Okay, you have to write your name, class, your date, and the name of your school. Okay, and your assignment is to use the different punctuation marks you learned in class to draw a design of your own. Okay, so these are the different punctuation marks. We learned question mark, we learned full stop, exclamation mark, comma, and apostrophe. So I want you to come up with your own design. It can be absolutely anything like a rangoli, or if you want to draw a person using it, absolutely anything. Go creative, imaginative. Okay, and I want you to submit it within 2 days. I will be checking it myself, and I'm really excited for all of your submissions. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing you the submission video so that you can follow it through and make your submissions on time. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you had a brilliant time today learning something new. And I can't wait to come back and teach you something new next week. Have an amazing day and watch the submission video next.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at YOLO. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.yolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.